Hello, welcome back, and we are on to our third minuet, and that's Minuet 3, Allegretto by Johann Sebastian Bach. So here we have tempo marking Allegretto. Allegretto means quite a bit faster or a bit jolly in a way. And then it's 3/4, so it's not your regular 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 tempo again. It's like a waltz. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you get that because I've been playing that for like 2 videos. So we want to start with the first part. First part here says MF as a review. Once again, MF means metto forte, meaning a bit louder but not soft, or not too soft and not too loud. So it's kind of like in the middle, in between. So that's metto forte. And then slur. Once again, slur means connecting notes. So you want to play slurred notes with one bow. All right. So I want to play the first part. This is actually quite familiar. This piece. It's been played on the piano by most of you. I'm sure you've heard of this. So let's try to figure out the first part. It goes something like this. Okay, so as you've noticed, there are a lot of slurs here. That's the first part. Now, slurs here don't really overthink them. You just want to play them in one stroke. So when you do your scales, you want to practice 2 notes in each stroke. So it goes something like... That's how to kind of like understand or get the feel of playing 2 notes in one stroke. So instead of your regular, you want to play 2 notes on each. Okay, so practice that one. I want you to take notes which parts you want to play the slur on. It's really not that difficult. You really need to kind of like practice and get the feel and figure it out. If you don't get it, then keep repeating what I did in my videos and observe how I did my bow and coordinated it with my left hand. Alright, so that's the first part. Here, the second system, third measure, we see like a small note with a slash. Okay, that's the part where it goes. That's actually called a grace note. A grace note is something you don't count within the measure because it's 3 counts, but it has to be played. It's like in Tagalog, we refer it as a hapyaw, or something you play like it's a decoration, embellishment in Baroque era. Alright? So what I want you to do is I want you to play it on the beat. So it's not, I'm going to try to play the second system. Please follow. So it's not, it's, okay, once again. Okay, and then, so that's down bow, and then you lift, because the next note is down bow. Okay, and then there's another challenge here. You go from D string, and then same finger on G string. So, once again, another piece of advice, technique, you want to make sure that your finger goes to that note ahead, not the bow. So, dapat nauuna ang fingering, and then you play it on the bow. What happens if the bow goes first? Then you'll be playing the wrong note. Alright? So let's go to the second part. The second part says F. Now F means forte. And then here there's an asterisk. Let's read the footnote. It says, place the 4th finger accurately. The second finger should touch the first finger. So what does this mean? When you play the 4th, because it starts with the 4th finger, you want to make sure that you play G on second string first, and then 4th finger. Hindi ka diretsyong 4th finger. 4th finger. No. You want to play G first, and then 4th finger. Why? Your G is your guide. That is your finger guide as to what the placement of the 4th finger is, because you want to play that note accurately. Because it's hard to immediately go to that fourth finger na wala kang guide. Okay, so consider it as your guide or like your anchor. Okay, so you want to play first two or at least second finger, and then that's your finger guide. Alright, so you want to play that. It starts with a down bow, and then there's a slur. Just take note of where the slurs are. You can learn that on your own. Just study and read the piece. It goes something like this. Here again, we see a C sharp. C sharp means on the marker. C natural is here. C sharp, C natural. Okay? And then, here in the second system, it goes staccato, ritardando. Then, it goes back to the same theme. Theme meaning parang ito yung binabalik-balikan niyang tune all the time. So it goes back with the same themes, starting with piano or soft. Then on the last system, there's another hairpin, but it's like this. Hindi siya pa ganyan. So what does that mean? That means crescendo. Crescendo meaning gradually get louder or gradually bring up that pace. So you just want to imagine that you're giving something, but it gets a bit louder. There's parang may patutunguhan siya. Alright? So I'm going to play the last two systems, starting with soft, staccato, and upstrokes. And then crescendo starts soft. Okay? So there's like a phrase, just look at sing. Imagine that you're singing, but through the violin. Okay? So you want to take note of that. Be careful of which notes to play on sharp and which notes to play as a natural. You have your finger markers as a guide, and you have your finger numbers here on the piece so that you'll be guided and you won't have to remember all the time. Alright? So with that said, I want you to practice this really slowly and make sure you're playing the notes right within each practice. So I don't want you to parang tugtog lang ng tugtog, okay? I want you to really focus and have a goal in each practice, alright? You wanna start with the first two systems lang, you master that, and then, you know, you get that. So, wag bilisan. I want you to focus and practice and enjoy what you're doing, alright? So that said, happy practicing.